I bet you didn't know the universe is as perfectly ordered as a Swiss watch, ticking with flawless precision. And just like that watch, our bodies are meticulously organized, designed to host a conscious observer at the center of it all. Think of the material world as an operating system, an intricate platform running beneath our awareness, supporting the experience of consciousness. But what if quantum mechanics is the code that separates undecided base reality from the hard reality we actually experience? And what if reality itself is more like a frequency, something you tune into, like a radio station? This isn't science fiction. This is the intriguing world of quantum mechanics, where the universe may be broadcasting on a specific channel, and our consciousness is the receiver. It suggests a universe where reality isn't fixed, where possibilities dance on the edge of existence until something remarkable happens. Observation. The solidity and persistence of reality, its ability to be revisited years later, could be the result of tuning into the same frequency over and over. Imagine a coin spinning in the air. Is it heads or tails? Until it lands, it exists in a state of both possibilities, just like a radio dial hovering between stations. This is the essence of quantum superposition, the idea that particles exist in multiple states simultaneously, like multiple frequencies overlapping. But here's the twist. In the quantum realm, it's the act of observation, the engagement of a conscious observer, that collapses these possibilities into a single definite outcome, locking us onto one frequency, one reality. Could it be that our consciousness doesn't just perceive reality, but actively shapes it? And if we could somehow change the frequency, like turning the dial on a radio, might we experience entirely new solid realities waiting just beyond our current perception? Let's delve deeper into this observer effect. Picture a single particle, say, an electron. Quantum mechanics tells us that this electron doesn't exist in a fixed point in space. Instead, it exists as a wave function, a blurry cloud of possibilities representing all the places it could be. When a measuring device interacts with this electron, it can record data about its state. But the device itself is just a material object. It doesn't resolve the electron's possibilities into a single reality. The crucial step comes when a conscious observer reads or interprets the data. Only then does the wave function collapse, and the electron's position becomes real. So it's not enough for a machine to measure. The act of conscious observation is required to bring about a definite outcome. Some physicists believe that consciousness itself is the ultimate observer, suggesting a profound link between our minds and the fabric of reality. Imagine a vast cosmic ocean of possibilities. Each conscious observation is like a pebble dropped into this ocean, creating ripples that spread out and solidify the fluid fabric of the universe. This is the astounding implication of quantum mechanics, that we are not passive passengers in this cosmic dance, but active participants, our consciousness shaping the reality we experience. If consciousness does hold this power, where does this interaction take place? One intriguing theory points to microscopic structures within our brain cells called microtubules. These tiny tubes, once thought to be mere structural components, are now suspected of exhibiting quantum effects. Imagine them as miniature quantum computers, orchestrating a symphony of quantum coherence within our brains. This theory, championed by physicists like Roger Penrose and Stuart Hameroff, suggests that microtubules could be the biological seat of consciousness, the bridge between the quantum world and our everyday experiences. Some have speculated that quantum processes within microtubules might have existed even before life began. But it's important to clarify, without a real observer, without consciousness itself, these chemical systems cannot give rise to awareness. A prebiotic soup of molecules, no matter how active, cannot serve as a basis for consciousness if the universe is in a state of quantum flux with no observer present. Consciousness requires a real viewer, an observer. So while quantum activity may have set the stage for life, true awareness only emerges with the presence of a conscious being. I find it hard to accept the idea that the cosmos exists without purpose. But what if the material world itself is not as solid as it seems? What if, at its core, the universe is fundamentally a frequency, a vast field of vibrations, patterns, and information? The primary consciousness wouldn't need a universe, except as a sandbox, a place for individuals to experience and explore. Like a computer program, the cosmos can appear as anything it is designed to be. Each of us is like a window for the main consciousness to peek through, offering a unique perspective on existence. In this simulation, reality is a projection, shaped and tuned by consciousness itself. Science is now suggesting that reality is layered, like channels on a dial, each one a different frequency, a different version of the program. If you could adjust your perception, you might see yourself living a slightly different reality, just as easily as switching to another channel or running a new simulation. Recent research points to 7 distinct layers of reality that are accessible, each one a different version of you, each one a different frequency in the cosmic program. At MIT, experts are using specialized vacuum tubes to flatten electrons into a superposition, then twist them into a vortex, essentially tuning into new frequencies of existence. They pair this with a speaker system, 4 separate speakers in a custom housing, designed for tuning into these layers, much like adjusting the parameters of a simulation. Their findings suggest they've tapped into other realities, where the same person is experiencing 7 different versions of existence, each one a different output of the cosmic program. The cosmos, then, is not a purposeless expanse, but a dynamic playground for consciousness to explore itself through every window, every layer, and every reality. If reality is a simulation, it would be simple to create a universe that appears to be billions of years old, complete with history and complexity, all as part of the running program. We are not separate from this process, but essential facets of a single awareness. Each of us a unique vantage point, each of us a node in the network of consciousness, experiencing the simulation from a different angle. Together, we contribute to the grand tapestry of reality, woven by consciousness, experienced through infinite perspectives, and now perhaps across 7 different layers of being. In this simulation, the universe is not just observed, but actively created and shaped by the frequencies of our awareness.